from Petaluma High School. It's varsity girls basketball, the Novato Hornets, taking on the Petaluma Trojans. And a very good evening, everyone. I am Griffin Epstein. We are here live for our first varsity girls basketball live stream of the season as the Novato Hornets coming in winless, looking for pulling off an upset against a talented Petaluma Trojan team that is looking to try to get into mid-season form. They've been inconsistent so far, but they badly want to settle into a rhythm, and they should have a good chance of it tonight against the Hornets. The Trojans, led by Shree Arakat, 18 points per game. They've gotten scoring day in and day out from her. But the Trojans, losing Jaden Chris from last year, along with Nicole Costa and Kelsey Martin, have been badly hurt so far. They haven't really beat a really good team so far this year. There's a lot of work to do. However, the Trojans got a good victory last night in Pleasant Hill against the College Park Falcons. They'll look to replicate that tonight here against the Novato Hornets. We're just a couple moments away from tip-off. We'll have the full game with play-by-play and more. Head coach John Ratchin leading the Trojans. They're 5-4 overall. Novato is 0-9. However, the Hornets did knock off the Trojans, and they played here last year. It was a 48-42 victory for the Hornets. However, the Trojans bring a lot of experience back. The Hornets not so much on their roster, but Hornets improving. They should be a test tonight for the Trojans, who have a lot to work on for themselves. Trojans defeated College Park last night 47-34, which was an important victory after a very disappointing performance at the Lady Pumas Classic last weekend at Maria Creo. The Trojans were 1-2, including falling to old SCL foe Pioneer 56-49 in overtime. The Trojans have been up and down a lot of the year. Well, it'll be interesting to see what team we see tonight. Let's listen in to PA announcer Michael Barabalt.
A junior, number 2, Charlotte Gio. A junior, number 14, Savannah Smith. Another junior, number 15, Alexis Sanders. Another junior, number 22, Maggie Pop. And a senior, number 25, Quinn Soccer.
So there are the starting 5 for the Novato Hornets, looking for their first victory, and here are the starters for the Petaluma.
Number 12, Paris Buchanan. The senior, number 25, Lily Campusoli. The senior, number 33, Cassidy Bacon. A junior, number 40, Shree Arakat. The sophomore, number 44, Rose Nevin. Trojans coached by John Ratchin.
So there are your starters. The Trojans go with Nevin. She had a big game last night for Petaluma, 11 rebounds. Arakat had 10 points, and Bella Weinberg had 10 as well last night for Petaluma. Here will be the national anthem, and then we'll be ready to go. Tip-off here, live from the Petaluma High School Gym. we are ready to go here, Trojans and Hornets. Petaluma will be without one of their senior leaders, Kylie Pate, who's second on the team in scoring. She also did not play last night against College Park. She has been out with an illness. The Trojans will miss her absence, but Petaluma, one of their struggles this year has been an over-reliance on Erica. The Trojans have junior guard has come out every night and scored, but Petaluma has struggled in that regard to find other scoring support. So far, only 47.8 points per game for this team. They've been really inconsistent scoring for much of the year. However, last night, as we mentioned, Belle Weinberg, 10 points and 5 rebounds really helped them out, and Petaluma getting a blowout victory over College Park. That game was tight at halftime. Trojans cruised by the Falcons in the second half. Petaluma's also started slow. Sometimes that's come back to bite them in a couple regrettable losses. Trojans with a tip, and we're underway here live on this Saturday evening from the Petaluma High School gym. Trojans quickly go into Erica, and she quickly starts her night with 2 points. Erica averaging 18.6 points per game, up from 11 points per game last year. She led the team in scoring last year, and she's certainly going to do that this year. Off-balance floater is no good by Maddie Mock, the junior for the Hornets. It's been a rough start for Novato, as we mentioned, in their season, as Nevin is fouled on the drive. Hornets with new coach James Fagundus. They're 0-9, including 0-4 in a very good Marin Catholic Athletic League. They scheduled really hard. They played Cardinal Newman already, Montgomery, coming off a loss to a really good Redwood team. But a lot of their struggles are they're very, very young. Bacon's jumper is short. Nevin pulls down a board. She leads Petaluma in rebounds this year. The sophomore. Cataruzzoli going through the contact but unable to finish, and it will be last off the Trojans. Novato lost 7 seniors from their team that went 16-12 last year. Only 2 people returning from that team, and only one of them a starter in sophomore Alexis Sanders, who was starting as a freshman last year. And Sanders rarely scored, so Novato lost its top 6 scorers from last year. A horrible loss for them, and they've really had to rebuild. Jumper is short by Savannah Smith. So there's not a lot of scoring to go around. Novato's going to have to play good defense if they want to stay in this game. Erica, beautiful pump fake and the drive to the rack. And Erica is quickly busy, 4 points. And a quick timeout by head coach James Fagundus for the Young Hornets. So the Trojans with an excellent start so far here, and coming off a game last night against College Park. You know, they're going to be a little tired. They haven't won back-to-back games all season long, something they badly want to do. And playing a Hornets team that's not one of the top teams they're going to play all year long, they could certainly play a poor game and let the Hornets hang around. You don't want to do that tonight. You want to blow the Hornets out of the gym. The Trojans want to really cruise over a team that they lost to last year in a really close, good game, but they are now the team with the experience, and they are the team now with more of the expectations. Petaluma will get a long, long rest after this with finals next week. Definitely want to get a W before the rest. Quinn Summers off the mark on the 3, Novato 0 for 3. To start this game, Buchanan, the point guard, Erica feeling it off the mark. Bacon, the offensive board, she can't finish. The Trojans getting second chances here early. Bacon. The bank is open Saturday evening, but Cassidy Bacon gets the bank and quickly 6-0. Petaluma off to a hot start, something they've really struggled with. Good news for them. And Novato's just hosting up shots that are way off the mark early. Foul called on Smith. Appreciate everyone tuning in here live on their Saturday night. Feel free to leave any comments in the live chat. And we'll get to them. You can like this video and subscribe to our channel. A light press for the Hornets. Trojans break it with ease. Quickly into Nevin all alone. No, she couldn't finish point blank, but second time's the charm. 2.5 points per game for Nevin, but she is starting to really improve. Didn't start the season starting, The Trojans needed a replacement for Jaden Chris, their second leading scorer from last year, who tore ACL at the end of the year. And Nevin, I don't know if she's ever going to get to Jaden Chris level, but she's starting to play a lot better. Starting to at least replicate that size that the Trojans had with Chris, and were able to run so much of their offense through Jaden Chris last year. Another foul, and going to bring Lily Catarizoli, the senior, to the line. Third team foul already on Novato. Catarizoli averaging 3 points per game. Since the first, you could have heard a pin drop. It went totally silent in this gym. Catarizoli, also a star golfer, the individual VM Valley Athletic League golf champion, and she won last year for the Sonoma County League as well. And a member of that Vine Valley Athletic League Girls Golf League champions. Trojans good on their free throws. Excellent shooting so far. Trojans only shooting 48% from the charity stripe. Catarizoli sinks her both, and Petaluma quickly out to a 10-0 lead. They are looking sharp on this Saturday night so far. Ill-advised pass over the middle. Catarizoli diving on the ground. Nice effort by Savannah Smith to force the jump ball. And for the Hornets, it's a young team. Maybe short on some experience and talent, but you gotta give all your effort if you want to compete, especially for a team that's still looking for its first victory of the year. Line drive won't fall for Charlotte Joe. And Ayers, you just entered, will get the rebound, cleared up. Weinberg thought about it, now she'll fire. Bella Weinberg, 10 points last night. It was the first time all season long as Weinberg gets a block. First time all season long last night that Ericat was not alone in leading Petaluma in scoring. Ericat also had 10 in the Trojans' victory last night. Tyler Jacopi has entered the game. Petaluma quickly using its bench players as Catarizoli gets back to the line. Not a physical and aggressive Lily Catarizoli taking advantage of a tightly called game. She'll have two from the line. Foul on Mock, her second. Off the mark, sparse crowd on this Saturday night. It's cold and a little drizzly outside, and I thought that, you know, snuggling up with some hot chocolate and girls basketball was a good idea. I guess people decided to do otherwise with their Saturday nights. A lively atmosphere nonetheless for the fans that have come out, including a couple Petaluma High students. Ayers will get an FD steal. She's got an open lane. Unable to finish. Good rundown defense by Mock. Catarizoli quick to force the jump. 11-0 to score here halfway through this first quarter. Petaluma looking to get back-to-back victories for the first time, or they've done it once so far, for the second time all season long. Trojans in their only other home game. This is only their second home game so far this year. They beat Dions at 59-34 as the three-pointer is good. Kaylee Ayers from downtown, and it is 14-0, an electric start for Petaluma in this first quarter. Trojans blew at Dions at 59-34 and was one of their better victories of the year as well. That was their second straight victory after they knocked off Piner. Things looked like they were going better after those two victories, and the Trojans really laid a dud in the Lady Pumas Classic last weekend. Lost to SCL foe Annalee in the first round by 5. Marissa Temple has entered the game. She can't finish. She gets on the ground. Called for the travel. Trojans beat Maria Carrillo in the second game of that Lady Pumas Classic, but only by 8 against a very poor, to be honest, Maria Carrillo team, and then lost to Piner in overtime. Trojans playing with excellent effort early here tonight. It's a two-pointer, and it is good. Novato is on the board. Maddie Mock, a quick shooting junior, stops the bleeding for the Hornets, at least momentarily. Ayers is feeling it. She hits again. Cameron Ayers from downtown. How about this early performance by the junior? She's only averaging 2.3 points per game, and she's already got 6 points off the bench. 17-2. Spin move. Granted the travel of Summers. Foul on Petaluma. Hornets with just 2 seniors on this very young team, and half the team is underclassmen. It's not a lot of experience, not a lot of shooting to work with if you're the Hornets. Mock goes to the line for 2. Well, success last year for Novato. They went to the NCS Division III playoffs as a 9 seed, which Trojans were a 9 seed in Division II. Hornets lost to Encinal. It makes an Alexis Sanders, the only player from last year that even recorded anything scoring that's still on this team. She only averaged 1.4 points per game. It's really hard. A Jacopi running the floor, unable to finish. Novato trying to get something going the other way. Hornets badly need some scoring to get some momentum. Mock gets the bucket. 4 points for Mock. That is, she has both buckets for the Hornets, but we talked about at the open, the Hornets were needing to play good defense if they wanted to hang around because they just don't have that much scoring. And the Trojans have lit them up, and they will continue inside to Weinberg, and she's got 2 points. 2 minutes remaining in this first quarter live from the Petaluma High School gym. Petaluma 19, Novato 4. Mock off the backboard. Offensive board pulled down by Sierra Meyer, the sophomore. She'll go to the line for 2. Second team foul on Petaluma. Foul on Weinberg. You see Cami Ayers walking back, just looking at empty bleachers and giving a smile. She's had an excellent start to the night. Trojans got to rest some of their starters early. Nevin and Ericat will re-enter. Especially with back-to-back games, that can be hard. Trojans are happy they can rest some of those starters. They can stay fresh throughout the game. Mock splits the pair, make it 19-5, cut into the Petaluma lead. Trojans opened up this game on an 11-0 run, and they have not stopped offensively. It has to be one of their best offensive quarters. Temple travel. Petaluma only averaging 47.8 points per game, including just 47 points last night. And then yet they have 19 points. And there's still a minute 30 and a little change left in this first quarter. 3 by Sophia Benavides, I should say. Hits the 3, and Novato cuts the lead to 11. Weinberg throws the ball away. Novato's starting to open up their wings. The Hornets opening up their wings, starting to fly a little and getting things going. Ericat, an excellent effort to nearly steal it, but she might have hit the Hornet. I believe that's Mock, indeed, in the face. She's shaking off the pain. It's a rough one. .111 remaining in this first quarter, 19-8 the score. 3 ball well off the mark by Sanders. That only starter returning from last year for Novato. Came here to the Petaluma High gym and beat the Trojans 48-42. It was on December 5th. What a pass. Weinberg finding her friend Nevin and forces the foul. We're going to call it a shooting foul, and Rose Nevin will head to the line for 2. 5'8" sophomore, tallest player on Petaluma. .11 rebounds last night. She averaged about 7 rebounds last year on the JV team. Good battle by Petaluma. They got the ball again. It was a close game last year when these teams played. It came down to the last few minutes. Petaluma allowed a couple offensive rebounds to Novato that were a big part of that difference. Turned the ball over a lot, too. We have not seen any turnovers by Petaluma, and they've been the one getting the offensive rebounds. If you can do that, it's hard to be beat no matter how well you're shooting that night. Eric Hatt, Nevin diving on the floor, and Weinberg able to run it down all the way in the corner. Frantic play there. The shot clock is still going. It's down to 8. Nevin forces the foul, and she'll get to the line. This Petaluma offense cannot be stopped. They're pulling down rebounds, getting to the free-throw line, hitting three-pointers. Excellent job here early. So 2 more for Nevin. Trojans will not play again until December 28th. It's Tara Linda back here. The Petaluma High School gym. Eric Hatt, the offensive board, can't finish, but another offensive board pulled down by Petaluma. They definitely have the height advantage. They've been using it tonight. Another offensive board. Buchanan is good from downtown. Paris Buchanan, 22-8, 2 seconds left. The 3 ball is off the mark from Maddie Mock. And that will end a terrific first quarter for Petaluma. 22-8. They lead at the end of 1. Well, excellent play. Has to be one of the best quarters of the season so far for Petaluma. This is not a game that you'd expect the Trojans to come out and play excellent basketball, but this is what you want to see for your head coach, John Ratch, all the inconsistency that we've seen for Petaluma, ups and downs throughout this year. Bad quarters against bad teams. They've had some good quarters against good teams and haven't been able to pull out those victories. And they have most of their wins are against mediocre to poor teams. And tonight playing a young Novato team, but they are blowing them out of the building. That is what you want to see. They haven't done that a lot. The game against Deonza, their only other home game, maybe the one other instance where we saw that. And certainly home cooking has to be a big part of it, is too. Every team loves to play at home. It's a lot more comfortable. The Trojans got their, we're going to have this open against Piner and Los Lomas to start their year here, but the Smoke and the Fires got both of those games canceled. They will be made up later in January. We're going to be live streaming those games, but it's limited Petaluma's home games early in the year, and they also had to just start their season a lot later than normal. We were at that season opener, a 49-34 loss to Rancho Cotati in Rohnert Park. Very good Rancho team who's performed well early, but the Trojans looked very rusty there in their first game of the year. Buchanan can't finish. Novato just able to pull down a rebound. That feels like a victory right now for them. Good ball movement by the Hornets. Benavidez is off the mark. She hit a 3 tonight. Part of 3 of those 8 points for the Hornets, but they have been hard to come by early for Novato, and it's hurt even more with the Trojans scoring. Ericat, a third opportunity. She's finally swallowed up by about 3 Hornets, and it forces a jump ball. But Novato just struggling to box out. Trojans don't have great height, but Novato is just even shorter. But now that Nevin's been more comfortable, that's really helped Petaluma rebounding-wise. Cassidy Bacon has re-entered. Ericat had the Trojans' first 4 points of the game, and then she took a seat with Petaluma hot shooting. Cami Ayers came in, hit a couple threes. Trojans started an 11-0 run, and they've kept it going through the first quarter. Gotten to the line a lot as well. Ericat at the line for 2, hits the first. 17 foul on Novato, so the Trojans in the 1-on-1 bonus. Ericat splits the pair, and the board pulled down by Sierra Meyer, the Hornets' sophomore forward. And the Hornets just got to keep on battling hard here against the Trojan team that is locked in this first half. See if they can chip away at this deficit. They're going to need some shots to fall, though. Benavidez was halfway down, but rolled out. That one's off Cataruzoli, Hornet ball. Trojans only shooting 30% from the field so far this year. They shot 42%. Field goal percentage last year, but tonight they've been excellent. They're probably shooting over 50% from the field. You just need a game like this to get you in a rhythm, and you're not going to always be hot every night, but it's going to help you, especially when you're cold, to know the confidence that you can get into a rhythm where you can get hot. Buchanan called for the foul. The Trojans have been cold so much of the season, I think it's hurt their confidence a lot. When they've gotten cold, they don't know if they can get it back. The Deonza victory was their highest scoring game of the year, 59 points. 25 victory over the Dons. Dons similar, probably, talent level to the Hornets. 3 ball is good by Benavidez. She's got 6 points tonight. 23-11. It's only a 12-point deficit. Novato is by no means out of this game. Their defense can cool down the hot start for Petaluma. But Bacon right back to the line. Cassidy Bacon, co-captain with Kylie Pate, who's out tonight. It's kind of remarkable how well the Trojans have shot tonight, and their second best shooter from the three-point land. Pate is out with an illness. Trojans have been excellent from the free-throw line. Bacon has been a big scoring boost to Petaluma this year, 6 points per game, up from only 2 points per game last year. Third in scoring on the team. Offensive board by Eric Catt. Couldn't finish through the contact. 24-11, Petaluma leading Novato by 13 here. 5:30 left to go in the second quarter. Appreciate you joining us live here on this Saturday evening. The sun is set outside over Petaluma. Rain expected tomorrow. Rainbow jumper off the mark. And the Trojans have a 2-on-1 break. Excellent pass to Buchanan, but it went off her knee. Bacon's a nice passer, nice floor general out there, really leads the troops. She's shown a lot of improvement this year. Novato's going to make a line change. They sub out 4 of their players. And there's just so little experience on this team. You sub out 4 players that have just as much experience as the other 4 you have out. That's the advantage. In some ways, they have a lot of depth. Benavidez is feeling it. It was right on line, but short. So the junior guard has helped keep Novato hanging around. Nevin off the mark. Catarizoli, the offensive board. Nice steal by Joe. The Trojans have started to cool down here in this second quarter. Just 3 points so far. Another jump ball. It's been a physical game here early. A lot of players diving on the ground. A lot of switches of the arrow. The arrow in this instance will point towards Petaluma. The ref's having a conversation with someone. Head coach John Ratchet has to be delighted with the Trojans' effort so far in this first quarter. In his 3rd year now as head coach, he's 37 and 28 overall, Petaluma head coach. Obviously, the excellent year last year, 23 and 6. And an undefeated 12-0 SCL title for Petaluma last year. What a run it was. Buchanan's already hit a 3. Couldn't do it that time. Gets her own rebound. Can't finish either. Well, considering how hot Petaluma was to start this game, you knew the rim was going to close on them. The hoop was going to close on them at some point. And it appears it has here in the second quarter. So they've cooled down from the field. A scintillating start, though. Looked like they were going to potentially just put the Hornets to bed after 4 minutes. They led 15-2, and there was still 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Bacon turns it over. The Trojans were turnover free in that first quarter. Starting to see it a little bit more here in the second quarter. 19.5 turnovers per game, I should say. Petaluma so far in the season, and with Novato sticking around here, head coach John Ratchet wants a timeout. 3:51 remaining in the second quarter. Petaluma 25, Novato 11. Well, you had to expect that Petaluma would regress to the mean a little bit, and indeed we've seen it here in the second quarter. And Novato's a feisty team. They're going to hang around. It's a program that knows how to win, a program that had a good year last year. It's just a lot of young players. But Sofia Benavidez, has gotten hot so far. And if Novato can make a couple more shots, Petaluma's going to be put under more pressure. They got to keep that rhythm going. It'll be interesting. Cami Ayers is really hot. She's going to re-enter for Petaluma, see if she can maybe get going for Petaluma. It is the issue if Ericat isn't hitting shots. Who did the Trojans go to? In that first quarter, everyone was making them, but we'll see if they can continue that. Temple. Jacopi. Unable to finish, but Weinberg just went over the Hornets, snared the rebound. Weinberg in the lane with the Tony Parker light floater, and Weinberg's got 4 tonight. Transition 3 off the mark by Smith. The Trojans lead back out to 15. Jacopi. The Trojans pulling down offensive boards like they are nothing. It's been a good rebounding team last couple years. But without Jade and Chris this year, it's been a lot more challenging. What an effort by Jacopi to force the jump ball. Throwing herself on the ground. And it will stay Petaluma ball. Trojans averaging 30.9 rebounds per game, which is actually up from last year, 21.8 rebounds per game. But a lot of that is just because of the teams they played. They're only averaging 3.6 offensive rebounds per game as Jacopi lays it in. Nice inbounds play by Petaluma. They had 8 offensive rebounds last year, and a big credit that was the junior center, Jaden Chris, who at 6 feet tall was almost always the tallest player on the court, but she was also just so athletically talented. The Trojans have really missed her, and they've certainly missed Nicole Costa, who was the captain and second leading scorer on the team last year. Or third leading scorer on the team last year, I should say. Ayers out of control. Weinberg pulls down the board. Jacopi, she's been free to fire all game. Hasn't been able to find one just yet. But then Weinberg gets the bounce. Or Bacon, excuse me. It was an awkward-looking shot from Bacon, and she looked shocked when it went in. She's only averaging 0.3 points per game, which probably means she has about 5 points on the season, so she's not used to seeing the ball go in. She gets it there, but Joe answers on the other end. It's 30-13. Under 2 minutes left to go in this first half. Jacopi loses it. So the Trojans might have a record for first half scoring. 30 points and a half. Still 2 minutes left to go. Big credit to that first quarter with 22 points. Air ball by Mock. It will head out of bounds. Stay Novato ball. You look statistically, and last year compared to this year, the stats are definitely down for Petaluma. They're scoring less this year. They're allowing more points. They're not shooting as well. It didn't feel like when they started the season how much Petaluma was going to lose from last year. Chris was undecided whether she was going to play until a couple weeks before the season. So Jacopi's off the mark. The main reason Chris decided not to play basketball, she got a scholarship from Sonoma State to play volleyball. Wasn't going to be able to return to play basketball likely until around January. And just didn't want to risk any further injuries with a college scholarship for volleyball on the line. Kelsey Martin, Courtney Temple, and Nicole Costa. 3 seniors doesn't seem like a lot, but they were so influential as Jacopi gets the offensive board and lays it in. And suddenly you realize Petaluma only returns 2 starters. They actually don't have very much scoring except for Ericat that returns. Petaluma's had to learn a lot. Nice block by Bacon. Jumper off the mark by Quinn Sumners. One of the only 2 seniors on the Novato Hornets. 25-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Petaluma trying to go 2 for 1. It will stay Trojan ball. A 19-point lead for the Trojans. So they've played well here in the last couple minutes, finishing off this half, trying to give themselves a more comfortable lead. Novato looked like they might be able to cut it to single digits. The Trojans have pulled it towards the other way. Ayers already has 6 points tonight. She turns the ball over. Shot clock will be turned off But Novato the other way. The jumper off by Sumners. A Jacobi, excellent pass inside, finding Weinberg with the finish. And Weinberg's got 6 points tonight, capping off 10 points last night. She is playing excellent basketball right now. 5 seconds left. Weinberg's got to rush it up. At the buzzer, it won't fall. But an excellent first half for Petaluma. It's the Petaluma Trojans 34. It's the Novato Hornets 13. As Petaluma leads by 21 points at the end of the first half. Well, couldn't ask for a lot more if you're head coach John Ratchin. Knew they were going to stay as hot in that second quarter. They continue to play well, continue to stay focused basketball. They really limited Novato, who doesn't have a lot of offense. And Petaluma knew if they could score tonight, it was going to be very hard for Novato to keep up. And that is exactly what we've seen so far in this first half. A 34-13 lead for head coach John Ratchin's bunch. Statistically, Bella Weinberg, 6 points for Petaluma, 6 points for Cami Ayers. Ericata, 6 points. That's also what you want to see for head coach John Ratchin. Balanced scoring up and down the lineup. You don't want, as much as Ericata is terrific that she's scoring 18 points per game, you don't want to rely on one player to totally be the main function of scoring. And if Petaluma can get support from Ayers, from Pate when she's playing, Cadrizzoli has 4 points from the line tonight. When they're at least getting balanced scoring, it allows for, when some players have cold nights, other players to pick them up and contribute. And they can beat teams no matter who's hot and who's not. And so far we've seen that tonight, 34 points in this first half for a team that's only averaging 47 points per game, and a team that's only shooting 30% from the field. Aircat shooting nearly 50% from the field, but other players have stepped up tonight. You just got to keep on shooting. They got to stay confident, and certainly last night's victory had to get some confidence against them. It helps to not play one of the best teams in the world in the Novato Hornets, but the Trojans have done everything they'd want so far here in this first half. Mentioned coming up for Petaluma, they've got finals week coming up next week, so they'll be off. They don't play again until December 28th against Terra Linda. It'll actually be a back-to-back. They'll play the next afternoon against St. Vincent's. That's a Saturday on the 29th, and then league play starts on January 3rd, so the Trojans only 3 games away from league play, and it's going to start out with a tough one against the Vintage Crushers. They are probably the favorite in the Vine Valley Athletic League. Petaluma's going to get their luck cut out for them, but if they can shoot like they did tonight, and they played solid defense, they've got offensive rebounds, and they, for the most part, haven't turned the ball over, they can compete with anyone in VVAL. It's very similar to a lot of the sports in the Vine Valley. Up top to bottom, it's a very strong league, but there's no one team that's going to run away with the league, and there's no bottom feeders like there was in FCL last year with LC Allen and El Molino. Every night should be a battle. Every night should be a good game, and Petaluma should have a realistic chance to be up there competing for a league pennant, but they got to stay consistent. They can't have off nights because every team is going to give them a battle and give them an opportunity to pull off a victory, and Petaluma will also have to learn to win on the road, something that they've struggled with as well. They played well and shot well here against Novato. They did against Deonza when they played Deonza at the beginning of this month, but you're going to have to go on the road for half of your VVL games, including long trips to Napa and Vintage and American Canyon. Petaluma will have to learn to win those games. We're going to be live streaming, I believe, every single league game with the exception of one. There is one bad team in the VVAL, and it is American Canyon. We're not going to be live streaming that game. And every other league game will be right here, a league home game, excuse me, will be right here on our YouTube channel starting on January 3rd against Vintage. We'll also have the game on January 5th against a good Justin Siena Braves team. Another game to highlight, January 10th against the Casa Grande Gauchos. The Trojans played the Gauchos here in the first round of the NCS playoffs last year. It was a packed gym, great atmosphere, but Petaluma fell short. A lot of those players remember that game. They also lost to Casa earlier in the season, back in December. They're going to get 2 more shots this year at Casa Grande. They are going to really want to beat the Gauchos this year, and it should be a really good game. Coach Ratchin has not beaten Casa Grande just yet. Michael, you wanna join me? I don't have a chair, But you want to grab it? You want to grab that chair? All right, Michael Barabalt's going to go grab that chair, and we'll talk a little bit more Petaluma hoops. With the Trojans leading 34-13, 5 minutes before the start here of this second half. That mic is working, so you can throw it on. Yeah. It's like you're back in high school, right? Oh, congratulations. Well, on the basketball court here, yeah, excellent, especially first quarter for Petaluma.
You're playing a Novato team that's
Yeah.
so it's what's coming here. And they shot the ball really well there. It's really easy baskets. And you just gotta keep pounding. You just gotta keep pounding it. They both were 10 nothing lead. They let them kind of get back into it a little bit.
Yeah.
But then at the end of the half, they closed the game.
Right.
Pedal to the metal, and they're only got a 21-point lead now. Now it's time to just keep that in the third quarter, and then you empty the bench.
And it feels like Petaluma hasn't been consistent for a lot of this year. They played, the game I would point to, Maria Carrillo was not a good team at all, and they only beat them by 8 points. That was last Friday night. They've played close against some not good teams. They haven't been consistent. How is it important that this team goes out here even against a bad team and blows them out of the building like they should?
Well, you can't have any preconceived notions. You're perfect. That Maria Carrillo game, they're not a very good team. They lost to a team. They lost to Pioneer.
Yeah, it was right. Blew them out. Yeah.
So it's just a matter of not taking anyone lightly. Always coming out being ready to play the game because you never know. And given a night, anybody can beat anybody. And I always point to back in 2016 at the Callan tournament, our boys Petaluma beating Cardinal Newman.
Right. Yep.
So just always
You never know.
Callan to draw down.
Yeah, and one thing I think's been interesting tonight, obviously Shrinair Katz, the focal point of this Petaluma offense, averaging 18 points per game. But you've seen a lot of players get involved for them scoring tonight. And how important is that it's not just Eric Kapp, but other players getting involved? Because they seem to struggle with that so far this year.
Well, it's very important. Teams are going to key on screen. And,
Yeah.
you got to have other players. Cammy Ayers,
Yep.
Noel Lambert's had a good game so far. You got to have other pieces. Taylor Young, he's had a couple
Yeah.
shots. You just got other girls have to be ready to play because come league play, especially Costa Grande and Snow, who've seen Sherina for a couple years. They know that she's the guy. She's the girl.
Yeah.
So other girls are going to have to step up, and they have so far tonight.
What do you think this team can do in the Vine Valley League? Looks pretty top to bottom, pretty good league.
It's tough. I've heard that Vintage is strong. Costa
Yep.
Grande, I think, according to Coach Ratchet, he's the favorite.
Really? Wow. Oh, okay.
It's going to be a tough league. I think going to be a lot of good games, especially here at home gym. It's very home heavy to start. I think.
Yeah, they got, yeah.
At home, so got to rack up some wins early and then put yourself in position to win a league title.
Yeah, no, I mean, they 12-0 last year. Obviously, they lose Jaden Kristen, Nicole Costa, and Kelsey Martin from last year's team. But it feels like there's enough talent on this team that if they keep on improving, they can compete with Vintage and Costa and the best of the VVAL.
Yeah, they'll have Kylie Day coming back.
Right.
So she's a big piece of this team. So I'm confident in our girls that they can win up the first inaugural Vine Valley League title.
That'd be terrific. We'll be live streaming it. Thanks so much, Michael. We've got 2 minutes before the start of the second half. That was Michael Bauerwalt there joining me. So feel free to leave any comments on the live chat. Appreciate all of our viewers here tonight. Mentioned earlier, you can like this video. Check out last night. We were live streaming the Petaluma boys basketball team against Santa Rosa. Trojans fell short against a really good Santa Rosa Panther team. They're very young, but there's some good talent. We saw Esteban Bermudez last night, 18 points for the sophomore star. He's a lot of fun to watch. Eric Perez is a good player. And the Trojans need to shoot a little better, need to put things more together. But if you heard the interview with Coach John Barrett, he says, I think you're going to see a Petaluma team that's improving a lot. It's a team that is short on experience, but as the season goes on, they should improve. And they should have the opportunity in the VVAL, similar again to girls basketball. Top to bottom, it's a pretty solid league. We're just a minute or two away from the start of this second half. We'll see if Petaluma can continue to pull away from Novato, as Michael said. You want to put your reserves into the fourth quarter and kind of relax and get a big blowout victory. Trojans really only have one blowout so far this year, and it was mentioned it a bunch of times. It was really their other best victory of the year. At least best played game of the year, 59-34 victory over Dionza here at home. Make sure you record. Start of the third quarter, 34-13. Novato will get the ball first. Meyer inside, and the foul. That's the energy you want to see out of the locker room if you're head coach in his first year, James Fagandes. Foul on Ericat, her first foul. 3-point play is converted. Novato can absolutely claw back in this game. They don't have a lot of offense. They only average 24.13 points per game. But you know they're a young team. They are going to improve. And you can tell they've been fired up in the locker room, made a couple adjustments. The Trojans throw the ball away. You want to get energy out of the locker room. You want to start quarters well. They finish the second quarter really well. They give them some security. They need to continue the strong play. Nice play by Bacon to force the jump ball. Yes, there are two Bacons out there. Cassidy Bacon, the older sister of Lila Bacon. Cassidy, the senior, Lila, the junior. Interesting thing, I don't know how it worked out, but they really differ in height. Cassidy is 5'3" and Lila is 5'10". I guess only one person got the tall jeans. Foul called on Catarozzoli. You rarely see siblings, and they have just such a drastic height change. A genealogist, or whatever the terminology is for that, could probably brief us on why that is, but it's pretty interesting. The Hornets off to a quick start in this third quarter. Missed the second, but still a 4-0 run to open up this third for the Hornets, and it's 34-17. Nice move by Buchanan, couldn't finish with the left hand. Bacon won't go, but another offensive board pulled down by Petaluma. They're only averaging 3 offensive rebounds a game. They have about 10 tonight, and Ericat will get to the line for 2. Ericat just so athletically talented. 18 points per game, 8 rebounds per game, 3 steals per game, 48% from the field. She was the only player last year to play all 29 games for Petaluma, a remarkable feat. She was only a sophomore, but she burst onto the scene last year. Became the star, and one of the faces of this team, and she's going to be the face in her last 2 years of Petaluma basketball. 3 ball is good. Sophia Benavidez is the one Novato player that's proven she can shoot. She's got 9 points, all 3 from threes. That's an almost David Tyree catch is made by Rose Nevin. The lead is cut to 15, so I guess they called it a 2. Her foot was on the line. Trojans need to stop the bleeding here. That's how you do it. Excellent pass inside. Nevin into Catarozzoli. Some clarification with the scorebook. What a pass. Catarozzoli to Nevin, and that is how you stop the bleeding Novato with their best scoring run early in this third quarter. Starting to put things together. Catarozzoli with the block. So aggressive and physical heartbeat of this team. Nevin couldn't connect with Ericat, and the Hornets running the other way. Off the mark, and Catarozzoli pulling down the board. Trojans trying to get their 6th victory this season. They only lost 5 games last year, but they've already lost 4 this year. Travel on Ericat. 23-6 overall last year. A lot of young players on this team. The JV team was very good last year. They also were undefeated in the Sonoma County League. The JV team, the future is bright as well. The junior varsity team for girls basketball has been pretty dominant. so far for Petaluma, including a blowout victory over Novato here. They, a couple weeks ago, won the Will C. Wood tournament down in Vacaville. And then at the JV girls basketball tournament here at Petaluma High, they took 3rd place, and their only loss was to the Montgomery, one of the top programs in the area, including a really nice 3rd place victory over Redwood, who's got an elite program. So there's some young talent that will continue to bubble up for Coach Ratchen. Ericat inside and one. What a play by Shireen Ericat, taking the contact and finishing. 38-18. The Trojans have responded to the brief energy by Novato. That is the sign of a more experienced and poised team, something they've struggled with so far this year. Offensive board by Caterzoli, made it look easy. Puts a smile on Coach Sean Ratchen's face. It's 40-19. Trojans have gotten the lead back out to the 21-point lead they had at the half. The line change is ready for Novato. They're going to have 5 new players come in. It's interesting, but often you want 5 players to play together, you know? It's like hockey. Practice together, work together. Novato will do that at the next whistle, but Nevin, meanwhile, lays it in. She's played a good game tonight. She's really shown her improvement. She didn't get a lot of playing time when I last saw this team in the season opener against Rancho Cotati. Meyer gets the 2-point J. But Nevin is both rebounding defensively and especially offensively, being able to post up. It's really helped. Rancho was really tall, and Petaluma struggled with that height. Nevin barely played. They were a lot shorter than Rancho Cotati. Now they're not having to deal with that. Here comes the hockey-like line change for Novato. 5 out, 5 in. The Hornets opened up their season. They scheduled really hard. They opened up with Cardinal Newman, who's one of the top teams in the whole state, 2 years off of the state championship. The Trojans are going to make their own line change, 5 new players in. Lost to the Cardinals 90-19. No, I didn't say that wrong. 90-19. It hurts. But that's what you get when you play the best team and maybe one of the best teams in the whole Bay Area. Jacopi unable to finish. She just entered. It's been a good game for Taylor Jacopi. She's done a lot of shooting. That's what you got to do, especially as a young player. She's only a sophomore. She's got a lot of talent. Throws that ball away. Jacopi, the daughter of the boys varsity basketball assistant coach, Nick Jacopi. Plenty of basketball in her blood. 3:54 remaining in the 3rd quarter, at about the halfway point. It's the Petaluma Trojans 42, the Novato Hornets 21. Well, Petaluma answering a little run by Novato. That's what they've done. Novato also got it a little bit closer in the 3rd quarter, but Petaluma has had the answers in this game. That's been the key for them, holding on to a comfortable lead and not having to sweat things out, getting some reserves to play. And the Trojans want to build up this depth. They got a lot of young players, so some more experience would be great as well. They played so many close games this year that their younger players have not been able to get as much experience as I think Coach Ratchen would like. It's Ayers, Bacon, Weinberg, Martin, and Jacopi, the 5 in for the white and purple. Bacon couldn't hit that time. She hit a shot earlier and had a look of shock on her face. 3 ball is good. Alyssa Woolard from downtown, the junior, gets on the scoreboard. They're going to say her foot was on the line as well. So 42-23 cuts the lead back down to 19. Trojans have led by as much as 23. Opened it up with an 11-0 run here on this Saturday night affair. A Jacopi and a Hornet collided, and it looked painful. She is just getting up. It's Alexis Sanders who went down in writhing pain. I think her and Taylor Jacopi collided. Sanders will take a seat. been a quiet crowd for this Saturday evening affair. 5 o'clock tip, a little bit of a weird start time. It was a good crowd last night for the boys basketball game, including plenty of students. A smattering of students have come out to this one tonight as the Yakupi can't hit the three. Hope to see more students at girls' games this year. Should be some key games, and as much as Petaluma, I think, is more comfortably shooting at home, home crowds will help as well as Weinberg lays it in. Excellent feed from Bacon. Power forward to center. And Bella Weinberg's got 8 points tonight, trying to shop her likely career high of 10 from last night. The Trojans forcing another turnover. 12.3 steals per game. Petaluma is physical. They're aggressive. They will take the ball away, and they don't even press, which makes that 12 steals per game even more aggressive. Ayers trying to add to her 3-point total. Couldn't hit, but Yakupi nearly taking the ball away from Savannah Smith. Well, at least switch the arrow. It puts a smile on all the Trojan faces. They're actually going to call foul on her. 4th team foul on Petaluma. 2:11 remaining here in the third quarter. It's been a smattering of Novato fans that have made the about 15-20 minute trip north from Marin County. Novato is also playing in a really good MCAL league. That's mentioning they had a tough schedule to start the year. They played Cardinal Newman, played Piner, Montgomery. They've played already 5 games, in the Marin County Athletic League and lost all 5. So that's added to their woes, coming off a loss to Redwood on Thursday. Weinberg trying to get to double digits. It's blocked, but will stay Petaluma ball. Hornets will also get a lot of time off. They next play on December 28th, similar to Petaluma, against LC Allen. That could be a winnable game for Novato. Followed by a Yakupi, and she continues her spirited play. You always want players that play with a lot of energy, and Yakupi brings that to the floor, running all over the place, diving on the ground. Kind of emulates Lily Catarizoli and Angelina Scacalosi with that hard-nosed, hard fight out on the court. That some players have and some don't, but every team needs a couple of those prize fighters out there, and I think Yakupi is going to bring that this year, and especially in the future when Catarizoli graduates for Petaluma. Foul on the Hornets, their 3rd team foul. Excellent inbounds play, but Weinberg unable to finish. Trojans hoping to get back-to-back NCS appearances this year for the first time since the 2013-14, 2014-15 season, which was the year after legendary head coach Doug Johnson retired in this Petaluma program. So the foul's called on the drive by called on the drive by Alexis Sanders. Under a minute left to go here in this third quarter. Petaluma leading by 23. Ayers with excellent handles. Shot clock down to 10, and Novato bailing out Petaluma with a foul. Doug Johnson really built up this Petaluma girls basketball program to legendary heights, including a 2000, a Northern California championship and state runner-up overall. They were the pride of the FCL and much of the North Bay for their play through Doug Johnson's reign, but the coach retiring now 5 years ago. He did return for the 2015-16 season. They cycled through a couple coaches. John Ratchin arrived 3 years ago. Seniors that are out was their sophomore year. Weinberg's off the mark. Shot clock turned off for Novato. It was a rough first year. They were young. Last year they surpassed all expectations to win a league title. What a year it was. With a really good team, they really improved. A lot of credit for Ratchin for the program that he has built. This has been a harder job for him, I think, than last year because they're just so much younger. As Martin nearly ran into her own bench with the clock running down. He's had to improve. He's put a lot of these young underclassmen, all the players currently out on the floor, had very little to no varsity experience. Weinberg and Bacon were both on varsity last year, but didn't get much playing time. Weinberg at the buzzer. Nope, the foul is called with 0.1 seconds left. A productive evening will continue. Lila Bacon led to the line, the 5'10" junior center. Also on the varsity volleyball team, Bacon was very involved in that team. Very, very young and a rough year. They really only had one healthy senior the whole year. It was a rough year for the volleyball team. They lost five-set matches. They could not win close games. Off the mark, and there is the penultimate buzzer of the night, at least at the end of the quarter. It's the end of 3 here from the Petaluma High School gym. It's the Petaluma Trojans 46, the Novato Hornets 23. 8 more minutes remaining here live on Trojan Live. Petaluma answered little run by Novato, continuing to find more production from players all over the floor. Offense hasn't been as hot as it was in that terrific first quarter, but have to be satisfied with the effort, and the Trojans can mix and match here in this fourth quarter comfortably ahead of a winless Novato team. They have to be feeling pretty good about their effort tonight, and they're going to get some time to rest. 2 more tune-up games against Terra Linda and St. Vincent's. They definitely get both of those games are winnable. They're going to want to win both of those games here at the home gym, and then they can turn their efforts towards what's going to be a grueling, there's no way around it, it's going to be a grueling VVAL schedule with all of the challenging teams. Vintage Casa Grande, as Michael mentioned, might be at the top of that list, but Justin Siena should be good. Sonoma Valley always gives Petaluma a fight, the only SCL team remaining from last year. Exception of maybe American Canada, there's not going to be off nights for the basketball team. That's hard. They're used to off nights. That really helped them in SCL last year. You could kind of go to sleep against Del Molino and LC Allen. And they can turn things up when they play the likes of Adelie and Sonoma Valley. 3 ball off the mark by Sanders. Novato with a little bit of a press here. Buchanan, much improved handles. I was definitely laying into her against Rancho Cotati. She could not stop turning the ball over. She was really struggling against a very good press by the Cougars. She has not turned the ball over once tonight. She's been smart with the ball. She's been skilled with the ball. It's really been much better. Benavidez has been the best player out on court for tonight for Novato. She's got 10 of the 25 points for Novato. She's been a bright spot in what's going to be a tough year for the Hornets, rebuilding from what's been a proud program. They were 16-12 last year. Eric Cat will get to the line. These teams played last year. Petaluma's 48-42 victory. Eric Cat led Petaluma with 14 points. But kind of one sign of how much scoring Novato had to make up. They only have, from that game of players returning, only 4 points were scored in that game in early December for players that still remain on the Novato roster. Trojans will use another timeout with 6:36 remaining here in the fourth quarter. I'll give you an update on a couple of the other sports going around here at Petaluma High. It was a terrific varsity boys soccer game out on Steve Ellison Field earlier this afternoon. The boys soccer team is really showing some strides, and it paid off with their best victory of the season. They welcomed in a very good Los Lobos team, and they won 4-3. It was a thrilling game. Well, at least I heard it was. Trojans came back. Los Lobos scored in the first couple minutes. Really good team from the East Bay, and Petaluma gets a season-defining victory. They're going into a very, very good VVAL, and they're looking like a team that might be able to compete. They won on Thursday as well, and back-to-back victories for the boys soccer team. They're going to be off for a little bit before they start league play, but things are looking up for them for their season. They had a rough year last year, but head coach Greg Lomansky and some good leaders that are seniors and some talented underclassmen for leading that boys soccer team to success. Erica hits both of her 3 throws. That gets her to double digits on the night, but she's going to be well below her scoring average, and in some ways I think that's a good thing for Petaluma. They haven't relied on her. Jump ball will stay Petaluma ball. Mentioned the boys basketball team fell to Santa Rosa last night. They will resume play on Tuesday against the Hayward Farmers here at the Petaluma Gym. And our next basketball live stream will be next Friday night when they open VBAL play. They opened up VBAL play 2 weeks earlier than the girls basketball team. It's a quirky schedule, by no doubt. They'll take on the Justin Siena Braves to open up. And then speaking of Novato, if you're a Novato fan tuning in, you can watch the boys basketball team from the Hornets take on the Petaluma Trojans. It's a week from tonight. Both games are 7 o'clock tips right here on the Trojan Live YouTube channel. Wild shot. Put up. Trojans fighting for a board. That's excellent handles by Buchanan. That's what we were talking about. Don't have results yet for the wrestling team, but they were down in the East Bay at a tournament. And that will be our next live stream Wednesday night. So our VBL play opens up for winter sports with wrestling as the Petaluma Varsity wrestling team takes on the Vintage Crushers, and those might just be the 2 best teams in VBAL wrestling. Petaluma coming off back-to-back SCL titles, but Vintage, prestigious program out of Napa County, 2 powerhouses going at it. We're going to see a lot of elite wrestlers facing off. It should be fun. So Alexis Sanders gets the and 1. Novato's actually going to surpass their scoring average on the season. They have 27 points. They haven't shot too horribly tonight, as much as you can say. Petaluma's just had a lot of offense. Well, you got to keep your feet behind the 3-throw line. Sanders, who's a varsity player, knows that, but being rather condescendingly instructed by the Zebra. Converts a 3-point play. 6 o'clock the start for the wrestling match. We'll have full play-by-play coverage. Hope to have some expert analysis. Assistant coach maybe join us. Don't want to miss it. Should be a fun atmosphere. Should be a lot of good wrestling. It should go a long way towards deciding the wrestling team can win the inaugural Vine Valley Athletic League pennant. Good ball movement. Nevin is fouled. 5:26 remaining here in the 4th quarter. The Trojans cruising to their 6th victory of the season. 48-28. They don't go on the road again. Mentioned all their road games to start. They will not be back on the road all the way until January 12th. At Napa, they have, Michael mentioned we were talking to him, 6 more home games after this one. So Hornet is slow to get up. It's Maddie Mock for Novato. Trojans getting revenge on Novato for a loss. They've actually lost last 2 years to the Hornets. These teams have been playing each other. Trojans finally able to knock off the Hornets. It's 2018-2019 season. Trojans still with a couple of their starters out there. Good ball movement. Buchanan off the mark. Offensive board, Nevin. The Trojans get to 50 points. They've surpassed their 47.8 points per game that they have on the year. Average on the year, I should say. Trojans currently projected as 16th in NCS Division II, but if they can continue to improve, should see them move up those rankings. And if they can compete in VVL, if they can improve, get into a rhythm, they can have a home game just like they did last year in NCS. I don't think there's no doubt about it. But they do have some ground to make up with some of their bad losses early in the year. I mentioned that Piner lost in overtime. They blew out Piner a week earlier when they played them in the Constellation Championship game of the Gold Rush Shootout. And to lose them in the overtime was a rough one. Bacon hits the first 3 throws. Senior captain on the line. They will play Piner again. They'll get the rubber match against them January 19th. We'll be live streaming that. It's going to be a 1 o'clock Saturday matinee. Bacon splits the pair. 19 fouls on Novato. Trojans will be in the double bonus the rest of the way. Approaching the halfway point of this 4th quarter on this Saturday night. Varsity girls basketball here live on Trojan Live from the Petaluma High School gym. Beautiful pass inside. Nevin the finish. Excellent game tonight for Nevin. She's got to be approaching double digits. She's rebounded well. She's scored well. Only averaging 25% from the field, but she's gotten a lot of easy ones inside. The Trojans offense can create that, and a lot of that is good passing. She's going to be scoring more. Novato defender falls down, and Nevin finishes with the right hand. It's a personal 6-0 run for the 5'8" sophomore center. 55-28, and the Trojans potentially going for a season high in points. They need 5 more points and still have 3 minutes and change to do so. Our cat pulls down the board. Buchanan running the floor. Inside, Nevin! 7-0 run by Rose Nevin. She is on fire. They're finding her inside. She gets a 10. A high 10 from her teammate Taylor Jacopi. Smile on her face. What a performance by Rose Nevin this whole game. But especially impressive in these last couple minutes. 57 points, and Nevin in double digits tonight. A career high on the varsity level for the sophomore. And the Trojans have been getting production. Wow, handstand just on the court. They've been getting production from all players tonight. Cami Ayers with a couple threes. Taylor Jacopi's made some shots. Lily Catarizzoli's gone to the free-throw line. Bella Weinberg's had another big game. She's at double digits. Everyone's been contributing tonight. Eric Katz only at about 10 points. And yet they're going to have close to a season high or a season high in points tonight. Has to be a very happy Trojans in the locker room afterwards. Varsity girls soccer team has been having a good performance as well. They have time off for finals, similar to a lot of teams, but they will be back in VVAL action beginning of January. They look like potentially the favorites for the Vine Valley Athletic League title. They had a really good win on Wednesday on the road against El Cerrito, 3-2 victory, comeback victory. It was a thriller. They scored 2 goals in the last 5 minutes to win it. And they have not lost yet, just one draw on the year. They're 3-0-1. So the ball will hit the scoreboard cam, but it's all right. Stays Hornet ball. It's not as good a VVAL and girls soccer as some of the other sports, so it's probably between Petaluma and Casa Grande for the league title, but who knows, maybe we could see 3 league pennants up here in the gym for the Vine Valley Athletic League, which would be incredible. Spring sports last year were a pretty special time. There was 4 league pennants put up, and I'm not sure that will ever be topped in VVAL just because SCL was so much of a weaker league, but the Trojans can get 3 out of the beautiful pass inside to Lila Bacon. Jacopi on the pass. If the Trojans can see 3 sports with league titles out of the 5 VVAL winter sports, that would be a remarkable accomplishment. Loose ball. Weinberg and Sanders, I should say, were battling for it. Novato will make a couple more changes. Looks like Nevin is taking a seat. I'm surprised, though. Coach Ratchet took her out. I'm not sure she would have stopped scoring. Stay tuned after the game. We will have interviews with the stars of the game. Certainly will be happy after this one. Novato pulls down an offensive board. Do so again. Georgia done this all without their second leading scorer and senior co-captain in Kylie Pate, who's been sick for about the last week. Didn't play last night either. Makes it all the more impressive to be without one of the great leaders on this team in Kylie Pate. This team has looked a lot more confident, a lot more poised, and a lot more comfortable than they did a couple months ago, and even last weekend when they really had a pitiful performance up at Maria Correa on the Lady Pumas tournament as Jacopi can't finish. And I have I have not been kind to them on Trojan Live. I think they hadn't reached their expectations, but these last 2 games have been a glimpse at more what Petaluma girls basketball can look like and what this season can look like. Much more promising. Nice move by Weinberg inside, can't finish. Trojans are still battling out there, as is Novato. Can always improve. Both sides. Novato's going to fall to 0-10 on the season. It's a tough start, but Petaluma's been there. You lose a big senior class. There's a lot of rebuilding to do. Trojans have had to do a little rebuilding this year, but their hard work's starting to come to fruition. Bacon couldn't finish. Jacopi tried. She can't do it either. Petaluma just needs 1 more point to get to 60 for the first time all season long. 3 ball off the mark. Weinberg with the offensive board. Travel. 1:12 remaining here in the 4th quarter. 1 more week of winter semester here left at Petaluma High with finals coming up. Cookies and Cram on Monday, one of the great events here at Petaluma High. It's been a fun holiday season. Holiday market was last Thursday as the foul is called, and I was really hoping that number 41, senior center on the Hornets, that I would not have to call her name, but it appears I do. Her first name is Ada. Her last name has 15 letters in it. Shikanish Ishahin. Was probably not close, but I tried. 59-30 the score, a minute remaining. Double dribble on Ayers. She's done well tonight, though, handling the ball. Smile on her face. Trojans leading by 29 points. Mentioning holiday market was last Thursday. It was one of the bigger holiday markets I had seen in my 4 years at Petaluma High. A lot of variety of booths, a lot of vendors, a lot of clubs. Great way to raise money. There was some delicious, delicious food as the Trojans run the floor. Temple to Jacopi, and there is the season high for points here on this Saturday night. 61 points put up by Petaluma. 3 ball off the mark. Shot clock is turned off. Ayers will get it, and that should just about do it. Trojans just need to clear. Ayers will do so. The clock running down. 61-30 is going to be the final score. Petaluma will go to 6-4. Their next game will not be all the way until December 28th, so they're going to get plenty of time to rest and plenty of time to celebrate this one. 61-30, the Trojans roll over the Novato Hornets. Start to finish, they opened up the game on an 11-0 run, and they never really looked back. Interviews are coming up next, so stick around right here. Interviews in just a moment. testing. Does it work? Testing. No, I was being stupid. Can you put it on? All right. You should be able to hear me hopefully now. We apologize for the delay. We are going to talk to... Can you hear me? Good. We're going to talk to Rose Nevin in just a moment. The team is talking over after the game, and then we will talk to Rose Nevin. Apologize for the delay. Rose Nevin, an especially good night tonight. The sophomore has been playing exceptional basketball for the Trojans. She went on a 7-0 run late in the fourth quarter, but she was productive all night. So we're going to get Rose Nevin in just a moment. If you could put it on this camera, Cooper. Oh, can you zoom in and zoom probably slightly, just a touch maybe? Yeah. All right, can you press record, Cooper? Thank you. All right, we are here with Rose Nevin, who had a big game tonight in the Trojans' blowout victory. You guys had a season high for points tonight. How are you guys able to get the offense together?
I think from last night we didn't start as well, playing against not as well of a team, and I think just starting out with just like going out there as like, even though we knew that the team wasn't the greatest, we just wanted to go out there with our heart and just like play how we play our games.
You had a big game tonight. You had a 7-0 personal run in the fourth quarter, but you were productive offensively all night. How important is your height on this team, especially after they lost Jade and Chris from last year?
With losing her, I think I needed help a lot with rebounding, and doing as much as I can. I know I'm not the tallest, but I tried my best to help.
What's the dynamic of this team? There's some very experienced seniors on this team, and you're one of the couple sophomores on this team, yet you're now starting on this team.
I feel it's really cool being one of the sophomores starting, and it's just they're very like uplifting and keep me going. If I even do a mistake being a sophomore, they just always make sure I keep my head up, so I play my best.
Thank you so much, Rose.
Thank you.
All right, that was Rose Nevin. We are going to grab, you can go. We are going to grab head coach John Ratchin, I believe, in just a moment. Maybe, probably zoom in slightly. Press record, Cooper. All right, here with the head coach of the Trojans, John Ratchin. The Trojans were electric tonight offensively, season high in points. You guys looked really, really hot out of the gate. How are you? You guys have struggled with slow starts this year. How are you guys able to get a lot of energy early?
You know, we just moved the ball, looked for matchups. They obviously weren't as big as we were or as quick in certain key positions, so we were able to get to the basket, and it opened up a lot both inside and outside for us.
You guys have been kind of inconsistent so far this year. You had a rough weekend last weekend. Last 2 games, you guys have blown out some mediocre teams, but how do you keep up this consistency of blowing out teams that you should beat?
You know, last year we had a really bad shooting week, missing layups all over the place. We're still fighting that a little bit, but as those start to fall, it's just going to become easier for us. We're getting great shots. We're just not hitting a lot of things. So, cost us against Annalee. I think we were 14 of 59, something like that, from the floor, and lost by 5. So it's not that we're not getting shots. It's just we just haven't been making them. So as they start to fall, percentages come back to normal. Our record will.
You want to grab this, Cooper? The banner is falling on us. All right. One more question is the banner is hopefully not going to fall down on us. I think you need to grab this end.
Welcome, Cooper, to live.
Do you want to help Colton grab this side? All right. My last question for you was, I'm sorry. My last question was for you. You guys got a lot of production up and down the lineup tonight. A lot of times it's just been Shireen with all the scoring. How is it important that you build that depth and get all the players contributing?
You know, it's going to be a huge key for us to have, obviously, more than one, but more than 2 or 3 options to score. Shireen has really done a great job. Her last 2 games, I didn't even look at the points tonight, but her last 2 games haven't been as big scoring, but other people have picked up the slack, and it's really a good sign for us to be able to depend on a bunch of people rather than just 1 or 2 to score.
Thank you so much, Coach. Sorry about the banner.
You got it.
I will be editing it. All right, that was head coach John Ratchin, and that wraps it up tonight. Thank you for holding on to the banner. I guess it can fall down now. Cooper Woods did a great job on camera tonight. Excellent job tonight. I want to thank you for tuning in. Trojans with a big victory. They blow out Novato, their biggest victory of the year and their highest point total of the year, 61-30 over the Hornets. They do not play again all the way until December 28th. We will be live streaming their first league game of the season against the Vintage Crushers. If they can play like they did tonight, shoot the ball like they did tonight, they got a shot with everyone in the VVAL. That's January 3rd. Our next live stream will be Wednesday night, 6 p.m. in the multipurpose room as the wrestling team takes on Vintage. Could decide the VVAL title in wrestling. And our next basketball live stream is this coming Friday as the boys basketball team opens up their VVAL league. That's going to do it for everyone here at Trojan Live. I'm Griffin Epstein. The final score, Petaluma 61, Novato 30. Good night.